Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om. Dear friends, we will continue with this 13th verse. In the last verse, Lord Krishna was saying, the gods, if they are nourished by you, they will again in turn nourish you. And then if you are not giving back to them, gods means the cosmic functions which we have noticed. So if you do not give back to society, you have only taken from nature, you have only taken from society, and if you are not giving back to society, a person who does not give back like that, he is a sthena. Sthena means a thief. So that is what he said in the 12th shloka. Then in continuation he is saying, I will read out the 13th shloka. Yajñashishta santaha, or as it is I will read, Yajñashishta santo muchyante sarvakilbishaihi bhunjate te tvagham papa ye pachantyatmakaranat. I repeat, Yajñashishta santo muchyante sarvakilbishaihi bhunjate te tvagham papa ye pachantyatmakaranat. So the overall meaning is like this. Those saintly people who enjoy only after giving back to society, they just give back to society and then whatever is remaining they enjoy. So those people, they get freed from all types of sins. They get freed from all types of sins. And on the other hand, those who enjoy, who take benefit from the society, who take benefit from the nature, and then who enjoy only, and then who do not give back, Atmakaranat pachante, they only say enjoy all fruits themselves, and then they do not give back to society. Such people, they are merely accruing sin. They are merely getting or acquiring sin. So that is what is the shloka. A person who gives back to society and then enjoys. So such people, such a person, he will be freed from all the sins. And on the other hand, one who cooks for himself, or one who say takes from society only and does not give back to the society, he is actually eating sin. Agham bhunjate, they are eating sin. That is literally what it means. So let us see the shloka. Yajña shishta. Then santaha. Santaha becomes santo in the shloka when sandhi is there. Santo, santaha, muchyante sarva kilbishaihi. Then bhunjate te tvagham. We have to split it as tu and agham. Tu plus agham, tvagham. Papa. Papa is papaha. That visarga we have to put when you split the words. Papaha. Ye pachanti plus atmakaranat, pachantyatmakaranat. So that is how it runs. So here, if you see the say meaning, Yajñashishta santaha muchyante sarvakilbishaihi. Where is the verb here? Muchyante. Muchyante means they get freed. They get freed, they get delivered. Who get delivered? Say Yajñashishta santaha. Yajñashishta santaha, they get freed. What is this Yajñashishta? Yajñashishta ashanam. Ashanam means food. Yajña means, we defined yajña, any socially useful activity, that is yajña. Any activity which is in consonance with the cosmic say scheme, in consonance with the divine scheme. So that is called, what is yajña. Yajña shishta. Shishta means something which is remaining. Shishta comes from the word shesha. Shesham means something which is remaining. Shesha. Shishta. Shesha becomes shishta. That is something which is remaining is what is shishta. Shishta. Yajña shishta means after you perform yajña, whatever is remaining. That is after you give to so many people, whatever is remaining, that ashanam. Ashanam means bhojanam. That is eating or enjoying. Yajña shishtashi is the word. Yajña shishtashi. Yajña shishtasinaha. Like guni guninav guninaha. Like guni guninav guninaha. Yajña shishtashi. Yajña shishtasinav. Yajña shishtasinaha. Yajña shishtasinaha is in Prathama, say, what is this? Bahuvachana. Bahuvachana. Santaha. San, santau, santaha. English word saint and our sant is one and the same. They are cognate words, santa and saint. Yajnasishtashinaha santaha. Santaha means saintly people, good people who say give to others and then they take. So such people, muchyante, they get delivered. From what? Sarva kilbishaihi. Sarva kilbishaihi muchyante. From all papas. Sarva kilbishaihi is again one word only. Sarva kilbisham. Sarva kilbisham is all types of sins. Sarva kilbishaihi. That is trutiya bahuvachanam. Trutiya bahuvachanam. Prathama. That is the third person. Prathama in English we call it third person. Prathama we should not say first person. First person in English, in Sanskrit we call it Uttama Purusha. Aham is Uttama Purusha. In English it is called first person. But here it is Prathama. Prathama is actually what we call in English as third person. So Muchyante Sarva Kilbishaihi. Sarva Kilbishaihi Muchyante. They get freed from all the types of sins. Then on the other hand, the second line if you see, Tu is there. Tu means on the other hand, those who bhunja, say on the other hand, let us see, te tu, ye means those, pachanti atmakaranat, for their own sake, pachanti means who prepare food, who cook food, literal meaning is cooking food. In other words, who earn, who accumulate wealth, so that is what is meaning of pachanti. Ye pachanti atmakaranat, for their own self. Atmakaranat, not parakaranat. So atmakaranat ye pachanti. So those people, te tu, on the other hand, those people, agham bhunjate. Agham means sin, bhunjate. Agha, we have come across this word, anagha. Krishna was calling Arjuna as anagha, oh sinless one. Agham means sin. Agham bhunjate. Bhunjate is the plural of bhunkte. The first earlier line you said, yo bhunkte stena eva saha. The earlier shloka we saw, Tair dattan apradayebhyaha yo bhunkte stena eva saha. That is bhunkte. That means one who eats. Bhunjate is plural. That is bhunkte, bhunjate, bhunjate. So that is how it goes. Bhunkte, bhunjate. Bhunjate is a dual. Bhunjate is plural. So, bhunjate te tu agham papaha ye pachanti atmakaranat. Those who earn for themselves, those who do not give back to the society, they are merely, eating sin. So, this yajna shishtasinaha, that is, if you see the habit, if you see the practice of our forefathers, even about, say, a few years ago, maybe about 30-40 years ago, there used to be people who say prepare their food and then wait for some guests, particularly in villages. May not be in towns, I do not know, but in villages there used to be people who used to prepare food and then see if there are any guests, if there is somebody waiting for food, and if there is somebody waiting for food, you call them, give them food. So such practice was there, if not some 30 years ago, maybe about 50 years ago. Still there in some places. Recently I heard that some people who went to Basara in Godavari, say at Adilabad district, Basara, this practice is still there. So maybe still some practices, some places that practice is there. So those people, they wait, they prepare food and then wait, and then if some guest comes, they give food to that guest and then they eat. So that is yajna shishtasinaha. That is the meaning here. Pancha Mahayajna we have seen earlier. That is Atithi Yajna, Deva Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Swadhyaya Yajna, etc. Bhuta Yajna. So after giving food to these people only, then one has to eat. So then Santaha, I told you Santa is the plural of sun. Sun, Santau, Santaha. So these Santaha who are Yajna Shishtasinaha, Santaha, te sarva kilbishaihi muchyante. They get freed from all the sins. Sarva kilbishaihi muchyante. Then on the other hand, ye atmakaranat pachanti. Ye atmakaranat pachanti. Those who cook for themselves, those who earn money for themselves and then who spend for themselves, te agham bhunjate. Te agham bhunjate. Agham bhunjate means they are merely eating sin. They are eating all sinful say accumulation. So that is what we can say.
This papa is
Papaha.
about this.
Yeah, papaha. Te papaha. That te papaha. That papa, you can give that the one notation there. Papaha. Have we given any notation there? Papaha. Yeah. Apapaha. Te papaha. Those say sinners, we can say. Papaha is sinners. One who has papam is papaha. Papaha is plural. Te papaha. Those sinners. Te agham bhunjate. Those people, they consume only this sinful accumulation. So here that is the say explanation. For this word sarva kilbishaihi, all types of sins and all types of sinful activities. What is the sinful activity one is committing? One may wonder. Suppose somebody may say, I am leading a very, very pious life. What is the sinful activity I am committing? So for that, the commentators have given an explanation that a man may be leading a fairly good life, but still without his knowledge he may be committing certain some offense to somebody, some sort of it may be an offense or an insult to a person by his words, by deeds, inadvertently, or even to some insects also. Even while walking, you may be trampling on some ants, you might be killing something, or in the process of cooking food, etc., you may be killing some small insects. So in that sense, say you are accumulating some little bit of say papam, knowingly or unknowingly, by hurting somebody, by causing some say damage in some form or the other. So all these things can also to be taken into account. A person may be by and large, to his knowledge, he may be leading a good life. But then without our knowledge, we may be committing some of these mistakes. So that sort of mistakes, those things are included in this word sarva kilbishaihi. Because we need not feel, okay, what is the sin I have committed? I have not committed any sin. If you are insulting somebody, that again is hurting someone. So that again, that is also included in this. So this sarva kilbishaihi is explained in that manner by the commentators here.
Not performing nitya naimitya karma always.
Yes, that also is there. Avoiding this nitya naimitya karma. Nitya naimitya karma, suppose you are not doing your sandhya vandana. That again gives you some pratyavaya. Nitya karma, avoidance of nitya karma gives you pratyavaya. So all those things are included here. So the next shloka, let us see. Next shloka talks about the say a particular system of interdependence which is there in nature, a mutual dependence which is there in nature. So that is being explained in the next shloka. I will read out. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha yajñād bhavati parjanyo yajñah karma samudbhavaha. I repeat. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha yajñād bhavati parjanyo yajñah karma samudbhavaha. So let us see this. Annat, if you want to break, overall meaning is this. Overall meaning is like this. All the beings, they originate from annam. They originate from food only. Then this food, where is this food, where is it coming from? Parjanya. From rain. From rain. This anna sambhavaha. Anna is that production of all this food is from this parjanya. Then yajñāt bhavati parjanyaha. Then where is this parjanya coming from? Parjanya is again coming from your say good deeds only. From this yajna or some your good accumulation of good. Then yajñaha karma samudbhavaha. This yajna is again karma samudbhava. It is again depending on born out of karma. So it requires some explanation. I will explain to you after explaining the grammatical points here. Annat bhavanti bhutani. You see this? Annat bhutani bhavanti. So that is, the verb is bhavanti. Bhavanti means bhudhatu. Bhavati, bhavataha, bhavanti, bhavanti. Bhavanti means they become. What do become or come into existence? Bhudhatu. Bhu means in English to be. In English word be and bhu are one and the same. Bhavanti. Who becomes what? Bhutani bhavanti. Bhuta means anything which has come into existence. Bhuta, we should not take it as bhuta, preta, etc. because the meaning of bhuta, somebody may say, you may think it is a ghost. Bhuta does not refer to ghost. Somehow in common parlance, Bhuta is come to mean, it has come to mean a ghost. Bhuta does not mean ghost. The Sanskrit word Bhuta means any being which has come into existence is Bhuta. And Bhutani Bhavanti, from where? How do they come into existence? Annat. From Annam, from food only. Then this Anna Sambhavaha. Anna Sambhavaha means Annasya Sambhavaha, Anna Sambhavaha. That is production of food. The origin of this food is from what? Parjanyat. Parjanyat means from the Parjanya. Parjanya literally means cloud. Cloud means water bearing cloud, not an empty cloud, but a water bearing cloud is Parjanya. And in say figuratively it means rain or water. Parjanya, Annasambhava, from Megha, from the cloud. Annasambhava means from these water bearing clouds which give rain, from that Annasambhava, this production of food happens. Then how does this Parjanya come into existence? Because of the collective good which mankind has done. Because of the collective good, we sometimes talk of the collective karma of a society. So because of the collective karma of a society, some good leader comes or a bad leader comes. So that also sometimes we talk of it. It is not only the individual karma, it is also the collective karma. The collective karma of a society, because of the collective karma of a society, because of the collective good in the society, some good things happen. Or otherwise, if all the people are sinful, they also they get a similar leader also. They get a similar leader. So that sort of concept also is there. So yajnad bhavati parjanyaha. This parjanya again comes, it is the outcome of all this yajna. Yajna means any pious activity, any socially useful activity, any say activity which is in consonance with the nature's scheme. We are not going against the nature's scheme. So that sort of activity is called yajna. Yajnad bhavati parjanyaha. Then yajnaha karma samudbhavaha. Here the meaning of yajna, we have to take it as the fruit of yajna. The fruit of yajna is karma samudbhavaha, that is born of karma. Karma samudbhavaha. From karma it is born. So that is what it means. So let us see the general meaning of this shloka. Annad bhavanti bhutani. Anna, the meaning of annam in say Vedanta or in Vedanta is adyate atticha. Ad dhatu. The word annam comes from the root ad. Ad means to eat. Ad, eat, and ad also they are slightly related. The Urdu word eid also is the same. Ad, adyate means that which is eaten. Then atti means that which eats. Adyate atticha bhutani tasmad annam taduchyate. That is what Taittiriya Upanishad says. Adyate atticha bhutani tasmad annam taduchyate. Something like that, there is a mantra. So adyate is eaten. Atti means it eats. So annam is something which is eaten and then it eats. So that is why in that Taittiriya Upanishad there is a mantra which says aham annam, aham annam, aham annam. Aham annam means I am food, I am food, I am food. It says aham annado, aham annado, aham annadaha. It says I am the eater of food, I am the eater of food, I am the eater of food. So what does it mean? So the human being or any being, not only human being but any being, is a product of the food. Is just a deha. Deha means something which has been accumulated because of the food we eat. Deha upachaye. Upachaya means collecting. Deha root means upachaya. Upachaya means accumulating. We keep on adding food to the food inside and then our body grows. Deha upachaye. So if we don't eat, the body doesn't grow. So say the deha is like that. So anna, our body itself is the annam. And when the body collapses, it becomes annam for various other insects, or maybe birds, insects and all these things, it becomes annam. So this is annam. So annat bhavanti bhutani, all the beings, they come into existence because of annam. And this annam say is produced from parjanya, that is megha. Then this yajnat bhavati parjanyaha, by all good deeds only this parjanya comes. This is an element of, say we can say, belief. Normally we say that Vedanta is basic purely, it is totally very logical in its approach and all that. But sometimes Vedanta has also to take into account certain postulations which are there. For example, karma. That postulation Vedanta accepts, because if this postulation is not there, people will indulge in all types of behavior. So in order to keep people under check, in order to ensure that people do good deeds, so Vedanta says that okay, karma is there, but if you do good karma, you will get good result. If you do bad karma, there is a bad result. And then if there is a collective, say good karma, and according to collective good karma, it will rain. So suppose we have also seen that there are no rains. Then somebody will say, no, in this lokam all papam has grown. So that is why there are no rains, something like that. So certain postulations are sometimes accepted. So that is what it means. Yajnad bhavati parjanyaha. Then yajnaha, the fruit of karma, is karma samudbhavaha. It is born from that karma. So this is a sort of cycle. This is a cycle of interdependence, where you have to work in tune with the nature's scheme. You have to work in tune with social say structure, and then you have to take from the society and you have to give back to society. So that is how this whole thing runs. So then we will continue next.